Everyone, and welcome to another episode of Ask the Attorney. My name is Blair Clark, and I am here with Mr. David Sobel. David, how are you doing?
I'm good. I like your hand motions there.
These are my spirit
Yo.
fingers. If anybody ever watched any cheerleading movie from the early 2000s when I was in high school and watched those kinds of movies, that's where this comes from.
Oh, okay. She learns something
Anyway,
new every day.
yes. Anyway, we are on the second part of a two-part series. If you have not seen the first part, go back and watch that video. We are answering questions regarding FSBOs, for sale by owners, homes that you are selling by yourself without representation from a licensed realtor agent. So whether you are selling your home as just a general home seller or you are also a real estate investor, then stay tuned to these next four questions that we're going to ask, and then also watch that first video that we have with the first four set, because we are gearing it toward a couple who is selling their home. They sent in a set of 8 questions into David's office, and so we broke those 8 questions up into 2 videos of 4. But in the first section, I am a real estate investor. David is as well. I went off on a lot of rabbit trails that pertain to real estate investing. So it really pertains.
Why should you be any different?
Right. It really pertains to both those categories, home seller and then also investor. But before we launch into the content, I want to give people an opportunity to get your contact information, David, if they have any questions on real estate, finance, contracts, even estate planning, etc.
Sure.
Anything that's tied to real estate law. How can they get a hold of you?
Right. Well, pretty easy. 888-789-1715, which is my phone, our office phone. Another way to get in touch with us is just go to provenresource.com, or you can type in sobellawfirm.com into the URL. You can also go to YouTube, just type in my name. Sobel is S-O-B-L-E. And I'm trying to think what else. I mean, I have the one thing that we're really very busy with, I mean, every day we see people download our app, and you just type the word proven, you text proven into the number 36260. And we have like every day, at least like 25, 30 people are downloading that app. It's crazy. So it's a very busy app.
I have David's app. It is my link. It is my link to David when I need to talk to him on the phone, which is rare, but every now and then, that's how you get on David's calendar. Or that's one of the ways anyway.
We're highly scheduled, right? You don't have to wait too long, Blair. But we are highly scheduled, so we do have a calendar, right? But yeah, 888-789-1715 is the easiest way, or proven, text proven to 36260. And you, okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, let's launch into the second set of questions. The first set of questions we dealt with. So I said it is a couple who is selling their home. They want to sell it by owner. The first set of questions they asked were in regard to purchase agreements, closing statements, real estate deeds, and bills of sale. Right. So the second set of questions, we're going to launch into the first one, which has to do with the affidavit of title. Would we ever need to have an affidavit of title filed? And so I'm just asking these questions to David as the couple has written them themselves. So that's the first question tonight. Affidavit of title. Would we ever need to have an affidavit of title filed?
Right. So an affidavit of title, when you go to a closing at a title company, there is like I don't know if they call it an affidavit of title, but they do have an affidavit that basically has the owner who's conveying the property kind of swear off and say things such as, look, we don't know of any liens that are about to be filed against this property. Look, we're not involved with the lawsuit. They're disclaiming all these things. It's almost like a disclosure that they have not done anything to impair the title of the property during this time that the property is closing, and during the time that, let's say, what we call the recording of these documents, the timeline and how that occurs. And so what I mean by that is there's a gap, right? Have you ever heard of the gap insurance?
Mm-hmm.
When the
Mm-hmm.
title company closes, their title company, they'll run up the title, the search up to usually the day, not at the day of the closing, but the most recent recordings that a county has in their system. So a county may be, right now with all the refis, depending on the county, like Wayne County is usually slower than, let's say, Oakland County, or like a northern county might be very slow because, especially during COVID, they may only record once a month. So there's this time frame that there's a gap and that nobody can really see what's going on with the title. Okay. So the affidavit of title, one of these affidavits basically says to the title company, the seller is swearing that they've done nothing to the property uh, by way of title, by way of encumbering the title that would affect the sale of the property, affect the first lien on the property, affect the buyer's interest in the property, affect the marketability of the property. Okay.
Okay.
So that's what an affidavit of title actually is in general. It's just a sworn statement saying that people have done everything on the up and up and they haven't conveyed the property to somebody else.
Okay.
But it's usually taken care of in the actual title closing package. All
So that
right.
would be
It's
something
not like a
that
separate item.
the title company is going to
Yeah.
address that, whomever
They're
they go
asking,
through.
like, should we do it up front? Now, if there's something there that they're aware of, like litigation or something like that, I don't think you need to do an affidavit of title, because actually within the seller's disclosure statement, there'll be stuff that ask related to any pending legal actions. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't think it's necessary. Title company takes care of it these days.
Okay.